All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have a pretty wild story coming out from Disney right now because if you guys are unaware, a recent TV show, an animated TV show that was being worked on for a while, that was supposed to release alongside of its DEI ride that replaced Splash Mountain, apparently this particular TV show has been canceled, and that is the Tiana series that has been canceled. Now, Tiana is a Disney princess that is an original character that I don't think many people have a problem with. The reason why people have an issue with Beyond Tiana's Bayou Adventure is because it replaced the ride known as Splash Mountain that everybody loved. It was one of the most famous rides in the world, and due to racism complaints, they decided to panic, tear it down, and replace it with Tiana's Bayou Adventure, which I feel like is even more racist in my opinion. They replaced it with Tiana's Bayou Adventure, and everybody melted down about it. Well, apparently, the TV show that was supposed to run alongside this particular ride has officially been canceled, and the reason for which would probably blow your mind. Now, we have an exclusive over here at That Park Place with a headline that reads, Tiana series cancellation is an attempt to push out unfavorable Jennifer Lee hires from the animation team, and the project was deemed unreleasable despite years of production. So let's get into this article, guys, from That Park Place. But of course, before we do, if you are new here, just consider hitting that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it, and like the video to push us out into that YouTube algorithm. Now, this is kind of sad in my opinion, and for really one main reason. The reason why I think this is sad is because Tiana's Tiana's TV show is literally an original black character, right? This is a character, this is something that people say they want all the time, and yet here is Disney canceling this character because they couldn't get their crap together. They couldn't figure out how they wanted to bring this character on the animated screen, and they decided to say, you know what, screw it, let's cancel it. But this is the same Disney that will race swap a white character to black and run with it, even though everybody is saying that's a bad idea and that it's gonna fail and it's gonna lose money. They won't cancel it. They'll run along with it and they'll do it anyway. It's absolutely amazing that now you have an opportunity to showcase an animated series for an original black character and you choose to cancel it, but you didn't do that with race swapped white characters that you turned black. I just think it's ridiculous. While Disney has officially positioned a cancellation of Tiana animated series on Disney Plus as part of a shift towards short form animation, insider sources tell That Park Place that there's much more going on behind the scenes. According to the sources familiar with Disney animation, the project's demise is part of a broader effort to remove former Disney Animation Chief Creative Officer Jennifer Lee's hires from the studio following her demotion back in September. Now, I wasn't even aware that she was demoted back in September, so there you go. That's ironic. But yeah, I'm not surprised that they would do something like this because Disney has been known for trying to push people out before. If they didn't like them and they didn't really want to like confront them necessarily, they would dance around it, especially if they're diverse people. They're not going to want to fire them. They don't want the PR spin about it, so they're going to try to basically make them quit or force them out. As always, this should be treated as rumor, which again, this is a rumor. I don't know if I got to scream this to the top of my lungs, but this is a rumor. Take it with a grain of salt. But if true, it sheds light on just how dysfunctional Disney's animation pipeline has become. You know, Disney was known for animation, right? Snow White started it all, and Snow White, the live action, is going to end it all, but that's besides the point. Disney was known for their animation. Disney's films are some of the most beloved films of all time. As much of a shitty company as Disney is now, we cannot ignore the fact of what they did for history in terms of animation and what they did overall for people's lives, right? Like Disney's movies were some of the biggest and most loved movies of all time, and they still are till this day, at least the animated versions of these films. Now, maybe not the modern stuff, but definitely some of the older stuff is 100% the like big cultural icons. And Disney, unfortunately, disrespects this every single day. Disney does not care about their history. They don't care about their past. They're only focused on what they want to be now and in the future. So it says the Tiana animated series, originally announced in 2020, had been in production for years, but was reportedly so unsalvageable that Disney ultimately scrapped it, despite multiple leadership changes and an intended release alongside Tiana's Bayou Adventure. Now, insiders claim that this move isn't just about shifting focus, it's about cleaning house. Sources close to the situation reveal that Tiana was not only plagued by creative issues, but also by an initial agenda-driven pitch that may have set it up for failure. You know, I'm not surprised by that. I would not be surprised if that's true. The reason why is because look at what happened with Tiana's Bayou Adventure. Look at what happened with Splash Mountain. They tore down Splash Mountain due to racism complaints from people that didn't even go to the ride, people that were on Twitter complaining, but they never actually went to the ride. They were trying to tear it down and claim that it was a racist ride. So Disney, being the DEI company that it is, they panicked and they said, okay, we're going to take it down. Even though Splash Mountain is one of the most famous rides in history by far, they decided to tear it down. And within a year, they brought Tiana's Bayou Adventure back in its place. Imagine being called racist and then you bring back a ride that features a little black girl and you're trying to convince everybody that you're not racist. You know what I'm saying? It is such an obvious racial move and it's ridiculous, and only people that shill for DEI are the ones that celebrated it. But let's be real. Look what's happening to the ride. The ride has been a disaster since day one. Broken animatronics, broken ride in general. The fire alarms are going off all the time. The thing's an absolute mess and continues to be a mess even till this day. I just did a stream talking about how the animatronics are literally falling apart. One of them looks like it has his throat slit. It's ridiculous, man. So then allegedly Joyce Sherry, the original director attached to the project, initially pitched a live-action Princess and the Frog film to Jennifer Lee during the so-called Summer of Love in 2020, which, again, a lot of these projects spawned from 2020. If you look back, even at Assassin's Creed Shadows, for example. Assassin's Creed Shadows, the idea for Shadows spawned in 2020 after what happened to George Floyd, which is why we have Yasuke. It's the same situation here. Pushing for a major theatrical release featuring Disney's first black princess, which again, I don't have a problem with her because she's an original character. At least they actually made an original character. So let's run with it. Let's do something with it. But instead, they're canceling it and they're race swapping other characters and they're moving along with it. However, insiders claim that Lee and other Disney executives instead chose a race swap The Little Mermaid. You see what I'm saying? Chose a race swap The Little Mermaid remake instead, believing that it would generate more cultural and political momentum. That film would go on to bomb at the box office. You see what I'm saying? Like, you had an opportunity to showcase an actual original black character, and every single time these people fucking cancel it, and then they want to race swap a known white character into black because they truly believe that the white characters have the clout and the black characters do not. This is what they actually believe. They may not say so, but their actions showcase this. In my opinion, anyway, that's what I see when I look at you ignoring the original black characters and choosing to race swap the white characters because you think that people would be more interested in that. It's unbelievable, man. And then you guys are the ones that will complain about we don't get enough original black characters. This is why, man, because the company doesn't want to do it. They truly believe that you guys cannot sell a film on your own unless they race swap a known white character. It's stupid. Sherry, who has not seen and experienced enough to helm a feature-length film, was instead handed the Tiana animated series as a consolation. However, the project quickly spiraled into trouble. Well, clearly she wasn't ready for anything then. Initial episodes reportedly failed to meet expectations, missing their intended release window, which would have had coincided with Disney's theme park overhaul of Splash Mountain into Tiana's Bayou Adventure. A second director was brought in to fix the series, but even that failed to salvage the project. So again, guys, this whole thing just seems like a massive clusterfuck, to be honest with you. It all seems extremely ugly that these people are trying to make this into something that it's not. Like, you want to make this TV show, but you want to also insert an agenda when you don't have to insert an agenda. You are making a TV show based on an original black character. That should be enough. Focus on the character and make it interesting. But by the time Disney considered the third attempt, executives instead decided to cut their losses and repurpose what little material they could into animated shorts, while spinning the decision as a strategic move towards short-form storytelling, similar to the success of Bluey. Their narrative around short-form content matches up with the information released by The Hollywood Reporter yesterday. So, again, ladies and gentlemen, this may be true that they're trying to clear out Jennifer Lee's legacy, considering how trash she was and she wasn't able to do anything, not even an animated TV show. But at the end of the day, man, I just feel like they are dropping the ball here. You had an opportunity to tell a story about an original black character and you dropped the ball, and you're going to choose, I guarantee you now, even though you did it in the past, I guarantee you're going to do it now. You're going to choose to race swap a white character and you're going to run with it. And I guarantee you will not cancel that show. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you did enjoy it. If you did, consider leaving me a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to like the video, comment, let me know what you thought, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Hypnotic out.